This episode is going to be a bit different from the usual, but I promise you that it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be educative at the same time. On this fateful day, I was scrolling the streets of Instagram, and then I wasn't even scrolling, I just came across this picture of an entrepreneur, doing content, selling a market, and it struck me. I went through our page and I felt like, oh my, we should have someone like this on Talk to Be. This particular episode is more for entrepreneurs. If you're out there, you're into business and you want to grow your business, this episode is one that you should watch. I am Abiola Adebayo. You can call me Dr. B, and the show is Dr. B. It's Talk to Be, baby. Gay, gay. Yes, it's Talk to Be. My guest is in the studio already. I tell you, if you know you sell, you buy. You buy, you sell. Just get a seat, whatever business you're doing, because I'm sure you're going to learn. I was really willing to learn with just one video that caught my attention. And that with just one video, there can be a massive change in your life. All right. Please note that all views and opinions expressed on this show are solely those of my guests. They are not of me, neither are they of Talk to Be. I'll be right back after this short break.
Talk to Be. Share your experience.
This episode is proudly sponsored by Sendwave. Sendwave is the surest avenue to send money from abroad to Nigeria any day, anytime. We all have that one person abroad who takes forever to send money back home just because they can't figure out the app to use. Let's make it simple for them. If you're in the US, the UK, or Canada, sending money back home, Sendwave has made it easy. All you need to do is link your debit card, send in a minute, and the person back home gets notified. It is fast, it is secured, and the exchange rates are excellent. Use my code TALK2B on your first transfer, minimum of $10 or £10, and £10 or $10 will be added extra. You're right. A little extra does not hurt anyone back home, right? Yes. Thank you for staying tuned. In case you're just watching, you're watching Talk to Be. I told you this episode is going to be a bit different, but I promise you that you're going to learn, you're going to unlearn, and you're also going to relearn. Okay, especially if you are an entrepreneur, you're out there struggling in business, thinking of the way forward. Let's talk about it. Let's gist. I have my guest in the studio with me, so join me as a welcome Mrs. Modupe Sanyigbe, Wigs by Mo on Instagram. Hey,
Yes, thank you so very much for having me, ma.
I'm honored to have you.
Thank you, ma.
By the way, you look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Everything is just, you came to beat me now, so I'm coming
No,
back.
no,
Me
no,
back.
Coming from you, I feel so honored. Thank you, ma.
I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Yes, ma. Same here.
Like I said in my introduction, it was just a video of you that I saw, and then I got so impressed. I had to go check other videos. I watched the video like 2 or 3 times, like 3 times. I had to go back again. I said, wow, this is how she's selling a product. She's so sound. She's so, I got so attracted to you. And the whole reason for this episode is to be able to, reach out to an entrepreneur out there, especially someone who is struggling in business or someone who even has made it but have to improve on something. But before we go there, Talk to Be is more of a personal program. So
Yes, I know
let's
that.
get to meet you beyond my own introduction. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? And everything I will ask, I'll go on from there.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Modupe Sanyigbe, and most people know me as the Weeks by Mo. I'm married to a supportive man, and
Oh,
I
God
hail
bless him.
from Ekiti State. Yes, and
Sheburu.
no, cheating, like
I was expecting that.
fair cheating. But we are the nicest, most accommodative people.
I
you
know,
meet.
I agree.
But there's always misconception about us. But Mo is a person that stemmed from a young girl that, wanted a different life from the type of life she had. And that life, the experiences I had is what has shaped me into what I have built today and what I have become today.
Okay.
Yes, because thinking about my childhood, I grew up from a very toxic, polygamous family. You know, I was the type of child that I could say anything to anybody. Just if I feel like you are not doing something right, I was very outspoken. I had this very strong will. And because of that, family members had this strong opinion on how my life was going to turn out. They had so many says like, I would never even gain admission. Even if I did, I would be a dropout because probably I would get pregnant and all of that. And, my mother was, she's late now, but when I think about all the things my mother had to endure in my father's house, sometimes when I look at her, when they say omoto beni obe, so I said to myself, I was going to prove not just you people wrong. I will even prove to myself that I will live a beautiful life. I was going to take my mother out of this house because growing up, I felt very trapped in that house. There was a lot of, growing up, I grew up within my step siblings and all of that. So the hate was strong. Yeah.
Your dad was married to how many?
Two
wives.
Yeah. I think 3 actually, but it's just my mother and the older wife. That
okay.
was
your mom was the second wife.
My mother was a second wife.
Okay.
That was in that house, and my step siblings were much more.
Was your dad a Muslim?
No, he was a Christian. He was a Christian, and I don't even know where that hatred stemmed from. I think the hatred they had towards my mom transferred to we the children. And we're always trying to look, to make up to them, to behave well to them, but still the hatred was very evident.
So your dad married your mom in same house where his first wife was living?
Yes. They were actually apart before. My mother had her own place. But I think, family problems now, they will say, what's me? Kidiko, things like that. So problems started arising that they said because I was the last one, they said I was always convulsing.
Okay.
Because of the house that my mother was in. So my mother was forced to come
move into the house.
And that was where
the problem started.
It started from when I was very young. That was when the problem started. The hate was very loud. I tell people, I said, I know polygamous homes, but my own home was hell.
Do you think that came from the fact that maybe they weren't prepared or ready for it? You think your dad had always been polygamous in nature, or something just happened along the line?
So I think apparently my mother was not I said my daddy had 3 wives.
Okay.
But it's just the both of them that was in that house. Apparently before he married my mom, there was another woman.
Okay.
But I think she left. So he has always been a polygamous man, I think.
Okay.
And I won't blame my mother too for her life choices anyway. Maybe probably life happened.
I know, I understand.
But along the line, she was always trying to make up, always trying to do good, but
it just didn't work.
They just didn't work.
Up until now?
No, she's late.
What about your older siblings?
Oh, I don't know because I don't relate with them anymore. Yeah, because they made it very evident that they didn't like us. There was so many storms, we fought so many battles. So we just had to just remove, especially when my father died, and will or no will, and we had to remove ourselves,
From the wheel?
yeah, from the will, because we're like, if the will is what is going to make you people wipe us out, then it's better we just,
Wow.
So I don't know, I don't hear from them.
So you guys didn't get anything?
Yeah, we didn't, and we don't. Yeah, we didn't even clamor for it.
Wow.
So we just removed ourselves. I don't hear from them. I don't want to hear from them. So I'm sure everybody is fine. So.
Fine. Wow. I hope, amen. I hope you will learn from it. Boy, irony.
Oh.
You guys will not stop being polygamist. You will not stop being a polygamist, but God will help our men.
Amen.
By God's will. Because most times, I'm sure not all of them will like the decision at the end of the day, but coming out to say that, oh, I regret this part of my life, because maybe if you had been married to just one woman, all that happened
Would
would
not have
maybe
Maybe even if they lived their separate lives, if A was there and B was there, the issue wouldn't have been this.
I know, at least
But
they
because
wouldn't see
they were-
other children,
they
see
were
other things. Cohabiting in the same
Yes.
house, not even as a Muslim now.
No, Christians, And
Ah,
I believe that men of this generation are,
of course.
they're
I
learning
think they
better.
will, yeah. They have their own, no.
they are, they do. But I think in that aspect of marrying two,
two-
3 wives, I
A
think
lot of them are
Yeah,
not.
they
They are
are
not
wiser.
even willing to. Only few of them will still say, "No, I am an African man. I am polygamy in nature."
but they won't allow them cohabit because they also grew up from that type of home.
No, really.
Well,
Well, I've only seen maybe one family, someone who just said, we grew up together and we all love ourselves. And then I've only seen just one person say that out of
1 out of 100.
hundreds. You understand? So,
Yes.
anyways, moving on. What did you study in school?
Okay, so in school I studied biochemistry, and that was not my choice of course.
Course.
My father insisted that all the female children must study science.
Why?
If you don't study science, I will not pay your school fees.
Ah.
That was his mantra. So, and even though I loved to read, I love to read books. I can, be on an errand and I will just maybe a newspaper on the floor. I will wait, pick the paper and read it before I start going to where I'm going to. So I love to read. I read novels a lot. I had sacks of novels, Mills and Bone, different type of books. And he knew. And I tried to tell him that, what do you mean, Ogbe, science? But he said, tó o bá ti ka science mo fẹ́ kó ṣe yẹn, mi ò ní sanwó square. So I didn't have the choice. And so I just struggled. I would say I was not the best student.
No, of course.
Yeah. In the field, I struggled all through, but to God be the glory. But at least I just needed to just satisfy him that I have, gone through what you wanted me to do. So, but when I finished, I still went back to what I wanted. I didn't, because I didn't use it to work. I didn't search for works in regards to that aspect.
Yes. So what did you now do?
Yeah, so
You went back to school?
No, I didn't go back to school.
Okay.
I just didn't anything. I didn't go into that. Nothing about that excites me.
you.
Yeah,
yes.
so I was just channeling towards how to, channeling towards business.
Something else.
Yeah, something else. I didn't even want to go into that aspect at all. Because it was not what I wanted.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you now venture into business? You would like to know, have you tried some other things before going into hair business? And then how are you able to build this beautiful and big brands for yourself?
Okay, so I also go back to my childhood because my childhood actually shaped
Who you are today.
who I am today. So, growing up, I always admired beautiful things, but I could not always afford them. When you look at us from the outside, you see us as, àwọn ọmọ olówó. Meanwhile, that was not my reality. That was not our reality. I mean, myself and my siblings from my
Siblings.
mother. That was not our reality. So when I was always calculating every naira I had. So eventually when I was always thinking that, okay, what was I going to do? Because I knew that I did not, when you have this picture of how you want your life to be. So I think after school, I knew that I didn't want to do anything that pertains to, studying biochemistry and everything. So I worked as a sales promoter first. And I remember I would stand for like 6 hours smiling at customers, just to be able to survive, until I now started learning about wig making. Yeah, because I said I admired fine things. I can see a hair now, admire it. I can't afford it. I couldn't afford the quality ones, but in my mind, if a hair is not sitting down well, I know how to, correct it in my head.
In your
And
head. I know
yes,
that. I know that feeling.
yeah, so I always knew that I wanted to go into beauty. Because when my mother was alive, she was into skincare, she was into cosmetics as a whole. So I knew that I wanted to go into beauty, and it was hair. I loved hairs, all those yaki flips of those days, all those Chinese, all those
Yes.
days. So
Chinese. I sold those.
I remember I would go to people's houses, my neighbors, other people. I would tell them that I can make your hair. I make beautiful wigs. I make braided wigs, and you don't have to pay me. You can just refer me to
Wow.
people. But it was very difficult. I knew that I could not live on that, right? But it was the sacrifices I had to make to build today. So I now discovered, a friend was actually the one that told me about Instagram. A friend I met where I went to learn wig making.
Okay.
Was one that told me that our boss, which was a lady that taught us how to make wigs, have you not noticed that that's where she makes her money? She sells on Instagram. And you wallet it, Moshe, you have the craft. You amongst everybody, you were the first person to pick up this thing. Why not? Your wigs are very fine. Now, instead of you lobbying around for people to buy your wigs on credit, or
Or give them for free.
yeah, or give them for free and then they refer you, why not post them on Instagram? And I won't even lie, I think that was the beginning of a turning point when I started advertising my wigs on Instagram. It was not as if the sales was massive, but it was, in fact, I would say the first day I made 100,000 naira online, that day I rolled on the floor, I cried, because hope entered my heart. I said, so my hands could give me the life I wanted. My hands could actually create value, So I will never forget that day, because I think that day was the turning point of my life. So I now persisted. I now started learning everything about that industry. I went deep. I became obsessed with, even, I think me, I've even been making content right before Instagram became what it is today. It's just that I didn't have the visibility.
Yeah.
I've always had the heart to give value. So I started learning deep about the industry. I tried to understand content or what could make me stand out. But yeah, and I was making little sales. But it was not, visibility is everything. When you're visible, when people notice this, your business just yeah. So I think that was the turning point
for you.
me.
Okay. So in the video that I saw, you mentioned how you've been in the hair business and things were going on. All of a sudden, you were not just, it feels like you were not doing well. You will see other vendors post stuffs, and you just saw someone that that actually learned something and mentored, and then this person has gone this. I want you to tell us about that story so we could teach somebody out there.
So there was a time in my business that I think I was actually underselling myself. I was not really, I knew I had the potential, right? But I think I was not really channeling towards that potential. So instead, I believe that if my stuff is cheaper, it will attract more people.
Customers.
Yeah, but I was actually killing my business, because that was why people didn't have that trust in me. That was why they could not pay for for a mentorship of a high amount. So I started doing mentorship for other sellers, and I struggled to sell that mentorship class. I won't even lie to you. People in my class were not even up to 30 at the time. A 25K class. And in my heart, I knew that I had a lot of value to give. I have experiences to share. And then I would see other vendors selling classes I'm not even exaggerating or capping, it's online there. I saw them selling classes of 250K, 300K, and people were rushing it. They owned up to their prices with their full chest. But I think because I lacked the confidence of, I was like, if I put this type of price on my value, will people buy it? So I struggled to do that. So one of my students that learned from one of the maybe 30 or 35 people that paid for that 25K class. So there was a day I was just scrolling through TikTok, because it got to a time that I always doom scroll a lot. I'll be competing. I'll be comparing myself to. I'll be like, but these people are not even as good as I am. How come I'm still where I am? What can I do to elevate myself? I was always, and I saw the username. I saw the lady. I said, is this not this person that paid for my mentorship class? And I was able to know her because she was a student that was very particular. She was always entering my DMs. She was always asking me questions. So I knew her very well. So when I saw that she was selling her class for 500,000 naira. Yes, ma'am. It sounds very unreal or very untrue. She's even a known person, but I'm not going to be, And I was like, in the comment section, comments were full of, I'm interested. Please check your DM. You're not answering your DMs. And I sat down. I said, Mo, where did you get it wrong? I was very happy for her because I had to go to her page. I saw how, in fact, the level she took, the knowledge, she learned from me too, was on another level. And I was amazed. And when I saw that, I just smiled. But I still reflected that, Mo, you are really, really underselling yourself. You're not only underselling yourself, you are even hiding, you're shrinking.
What was she doing? Or what was she doing differently?
Okay. I think at the time, I think it's just confidence. She had that confidence. Because when I checked that page, she talked about her business, which I don't really do. At the time, I didn't know that you were supposed to earn people's trust. You're supposed to earn credibility. I'll just do bye-bye. Come and buy my hair. It's 16 inches, But she had depth. She would tell you.
Depth.
Yeah, she would tell you why you should buy a 16 inches wig. She would tell you if you're a working woman. Funny enough, these are the things I actually taught in my class.
But I
was not using it. Exactly. She was actually selling problems. Or, should I call it solutions? She was solving people's problems. So people were naturally drawn. She was giving out
she tell you that if you are working in an office, you can
the type
do
of
it,
you should do. If you are a nursing mother, everything was loaded in my class. And she was using it to cash out, to sell out. That was where I said, Mo, you've gotten it all wrong. So I just smiled. I was happy for her. And I felt, okay, maybe I would also start to. But there was something I used to lack. Was confidence. That strong-willed child when I was, maybe the family and everything, maybe
something
they killed
along the line.
Exactly. So I lacked confidence. And I'll be like, hey, if I talk like this, what if people don't watch? What if people laugh at me? What if my English is not correct? What if this? What if that? So there were so many ifs that was, blocking me from doing what I was supposed to do. So I think few months after, I just received a message from this same lady, and she said she recommended me for a business trip. In fact, all expense paid business trip in London. That she told them that I was her mentor, that I was the one that mentored her. In fact, I was very honored. I was like, I felt hope again. I said, in this life, just do everything with one heart. You never know who can help you. I was even thinking, I was putting my opportunities on other people. I thought other people were the one that was going to, allow me make it in life. So when the organizers asked for my business page, I gave it to them. And like I said in that video, that was the last I heard. from them. I didn't know anything, but I didn't want to be chatting and be asking her that, babe, how far, how far, how far. I didn't want to look their spirits. But in my mind, in fact, I even started praying. I was praying. I was like, God, you were the one that brought this opportunity for me. This will not pass me by. I really want to, because I can, I know what I have in me. I can deliver this. I can do that. I was praying. I didn't hear anything. Only for me to see this lady. I just saw her status and I saw that she was already in London, networking. I even saw her, talking about the business. And that day, I didn't say this in the video, but I won't even cry. I won't even lie. I cried. And I told God, I said, God, is it that you've forgotten about me? Why would you give me hope only to snatch it away from me? What am I doing wrong? So when I chatted her and I asked her, babe, what happened? Then what she told me, in fact, changed everything for me.
Wow.
She said my business page didn't look like what she talked about. That my business page, I was not visible enough, that I didn't have that visibility. So I was not like, but now. You know what I can do.
I know, but then...
Yeah, she now said she knows, but they didn't know that.
They didn't know.
And ever since that day, I started implementing everything I knew. I started trying to stand out from a very saturated market. I started giving value. Because in this our business, a lot of business owners do so many selfish content. I'm sorry to say that.
How do you mean?
Yeah. We know that we like to, I used to be like that too. They like to do, come and buy. The only, just what's, what would,
Sell your product.
not even sell their product. What will benefit them? What about your customers? What about your audiences? What are you giving back to them? So it made me realize that when you give value,
People pay for value.
No, there's some type of values that you give that would earn you trust. It's not like you are going deep, you're giving all the value that makes you who you are. No, but little values here and there.
Fair.
I won't lie to you. That was what helped me in my business. I started doing educational content. And there's a way I do my educational content. I don't do 5 tips to make, no. There's a way I would tell you, there's a way I would structure the whole thing. Before you know it, you're already buying from me.
Please tell us about this. Give us a tip.
Okay, for instance now, I don't just sell, come and buy my hair. I sell solutions right now. Like for instance, probably you could be a working mother, maybe that does not have time. I let you know the type of hairs that you're supposed to buy. Aside that, I try to give more depth on educational values. I try to make women understand the type of hairs that they are wearing. And also, there's this very misconception about the hair industry.
Okay.
They think that quality hair is supposed to be very expensive, which that is not the case.
Okay.
When I got into it was when I knew that hair is not expensive. So I try to bridge that gap between the average women and the rich women, because the rich women because now in Nigeria now, it's either you are rich or you are not. So, and if you are not rich, of course, you cannot afford luxury. You have to wear the blends, you have to wear the synthetics. But those average women, who caters to them? There's still some quality hairs of 200,000, 150K. On my page, I sell hairs of 50K. And I will tell you how to wear it. I will tell you why you're supposed to wear it. I try to match every hair to everybody's lifestyle. You understand? I tell them, wear hair according to your lifestyle. Don't just see a hair on a vendor's page and say, because it's very beautiful, you just buy spontaneously. Understand the type of person
you're buying.
Yes, and understand what you are buying. So I think things like that, lessons like that, made me stand out, it drew people to me. And in fact, on TikTok, when there was a time I don't do that on Instagram anyway, on TikTok, on my TikTok page, in fact, I have a larger audience on TikTok. Because how I grew was that, there was a time I was selling blended hairs because human hairs became very expensive. So it was still part of lack of confidence because I thought I could not, hold up to my price with my full chest. I thought people would not buy regardless. So I devalued my business by selling blended hairs. Even though it was a very big lesson for me, it was not a good thing at all. So
how did you go about that?
Okay,
What did you do?
that was during COVID.
Okay.
During COVID, before COVID, you would buy hair. Probably this type, not to exaggerate, I'm sure people that knows about that time will can testify to what I'm saying. Maybe this type of hair I'm wearing, as at the time during COVID, you will get a good human quality premium hair from 50,000 naira. I mean good strands, good, very good strands. But after COVID happened, hair prices skyrocketed and sales became very, very low.
Low.
But I should have just kept on going. But because I was always trying to make it, because you will survive now, you want to survive. So I left human hair business and went into blend hair, which that's one of the biggest mistake in my business. And I started losing customers because there's no how blend hair will, I did a lot of trials and error. Blend hairs will stretch, synthetic hairs will stretch. But people are not ready for that conversation. They're always like, let people wear hair according to their budget. That's okay. So going back to TikTok now, because I have done that trial and error, I started mentoring, not mentor like, they give me money, free mentorship, free educational content. I started telling them for business owners, hair sellers that are still growing, that if you want to go into hair blend business, it's a very technical business. It's a business that can make you run mad. So these are the hairs that you should go for, that I have sold in the
I've
past.
been there.
That was good. These are the ones that are not good. So content like that made me build
A community.
made me build that very strong audience. And I even still do it once in a while there. But I don't do it on Instagram so that people don't mix my business together. They don't think, oh, she's selling blender. No, but I just do that to, make other SLers grow. And I think those are some of the things that has helped my business.
What's your name on TikTok?
Okay, it's same name, Weeks by Mo.
Weeks by Mo.
Yes.
Okay, because of people who are watching, you want
Weeks by Mo.
to check your
Yeah.
page. I saw a video of you. I became a fan. Since that time, you became my crush. So I was thinking. So I saw a video of you where you were saying, okay, you were advertising one hair and you're saying this factory price that they will pay you 50K, but that you will give them at factory price, that this hair is so is coming maybe per unit is 190,000.
Oh yeah.
And it was a very beautiful hair.
And
I was looking at you saying that, okay, the frontal is this, is that, and then they will just pay you 50K for your water. You take your money.
Yeah.
And I was looking at you like, who is this angel? So how do you do that? And do you think that that is not going to cause some kind of, I know that's your own strategy, and then because you have this larger audience, it works for you. If you get 50 from this person, get 50 from this person, if you get 50 from 20 people, that's because 1 million
yeah,
naira.
people actually even came for the deal.
Do you understand? Because I like the hair, I just don't have money to buy it now. So I'm not ready. But how is that how you've been doing it? And do you think, or don't you think that will give you a kind of enmity in the hair business or industry? How have you been doing that?
So I've always,
or what brought about that idea? Because I feel that is actually going to work.
Because right from time I've always been a very transparent hair vendor.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I feel like in this hair business, so many misconceptions about hair business. People think all of us are scams. All of us are scammers. I mean, well, I'm a very transparent person. I try to be. If I won't do this, I won't do it. If I would do it, I will do it. And that was why I said, people, when I went on a trip, that was the way I wore the hair and people really loved it. And they were coming to my DM, oh, I want this hair, I want this hair. And I didn't want to stock the hair because I feel like people might not buy. I don't like keeping tying down
your capital.
My capital, because it's not like there was no capacity to, like I said, there was capacity to buy a lot of cartons of that hair. But because my joy is for me to always bring my goods, sell it latest within a week. I don't want to tie down my capital. So I believe that if I bring it, how many people are going to buy it? How many people can afford? Because if I bring it, I will not sell it for that 700K. And that was why I said, If I was selling it, of course, I might not do that breakdown, but because you want it, use your money. I would help you use your money and buy, but I'm going to charge my own sourcing fee. So it's not as if I'm still doing it for free. I only put a clause that if you're reselling, because I don't know, I just have this soft spot towards people that are growing in business because I knew what I went through during my time. So I just
Yeah.
always have this soft spot. In fact, I have a lot of wholesalers. When you buy from me, if I know you're reselling, I always tell my reps, use style and ask them, are they reselling it? If they tell you yes, if they are being honest, add one or two to their package. So I just have this soft spot towards, sellers, sellers like me that are
Like
going,
Yeah.
So it's just about being transparent. So if you want it, fine. If you don't want it, fine. I'm not losing anything. So the fact that it works for me or is working for me does not
Does not
mean
mean you
it
work
might
for
work for other people. It's just that I've just centered my business around transparency. And I think that's how I've been able to,
So how has that been able to work for you? I'm not talking about the transparency now. I'm talking about you working, like, is it because you have direct access to the factory, and how have you been doing it
Okay.
now? That will you do that only when you are abroad, or you will do it? I hope I'll be able to play this video so that people could understand what I'm actually saying, because she actually showed like her head that she's wearing like this, and she said
No,
this
it was not because I was not in the factory
when you did that
No, I
video.
meant I went on a trip,
Yes.
on a vacation.
Yes.
So I wore the hair and people loved it on me.
On you.
Yes, not like I
Okay.
went to the factory and then I was showcasing the hair. No.
Okay, so will you now order the hair from the factory like that? I want to know how you are able to do, and then just add 50,000
To
on
it.
it.
Okay, now, so the thing is, because God has given me that visibility,
Okay.
now I have factories
Okay.
that that collaborate with me.
They will just send it.
Yeah, no, not even that. It's not for this type of hair. You have to pay them, but I'm just saying that I have access
To
to
them
direct
directly.
factories. So this normally when other hair vendors that sells raw hairs might not have that type of accessibility, but because I have access to direct factories, because factories want to work with me, they want me to. I talk a lot on TikTok. They see that my audience is very, very large on TikTok, so they actually want that audience. We have very high engaging content, so they want that audience. They want some factories. We have a lot of factories in Vietnam that are not known. So they are trying to bring their self, because they know that Nigeria is a very large market. So they are also trying to break out one when they look at, okay, who can give us this visibility? So it made me, and not just Vietnam, even China. But it's just that I've not really been focusing on that aspect. So it has given me the opportunity to have access to a lot of direct hidden factories. If a normal hair seller wants to buy that type of raw hair, you won't buy for that amount, because there is factory and there is factory. In factory, we have companies. There are some companies that portrays themselves to be factory. It's a facade. They are not factories. They also go to buy
From the factory.
from the factories. And there are some factories that are just factories, they just produce. But there are some factories that they are in the village. Do you understand? So those ones are the ones that are trying to break out. So their hairs are very, very, I don't like, putting affordable and luxury in the same sentence, but their prices are very, very reasonable compared to the factories in the city. Most hair vendors don't have access to that. So I'm able to sell that type of, because that was how much I bought the hair anyway for myself. I bought it for myself, and that was the price. So because my business is the open book. It's whether you want it or you don't want it. I don't tie life to my chest when it comes to my business, right? So that was why I was able to say, okay, if you want it, you can buy it. Then I'm going to put my own sourcing, because if you are going to be buying it from another vendor,
It's going to be much
it will be
more.
times 4. Yeah, and I don't blame them. I said it that some people
what
don't
they
have
buy.
access. It's what they buy that they will sell. But because I have a deeper access, and that's why when you see, and it's because I think maybe I do all these things because it has always been my mission to bridge. I said the other time that I always like to create access. I'm trying to bridge the gap between the average and the rich. Because who caters to the average women? I said when I was growing up, I used to admire fine things. I admired luxury hairs. I admired fine clothes. But because I could not afford them, So I think luxury should not be made for the rich
Rich alone.
alone. The normal average women too should be able to feel beautiful, to wear beautiful hairs. Right. So I think that mission is actually what breeded this my transparency, and it is what makes me sell.
Feel like you can actually wear this. I
Yes.
can get it for you at
Because some people actually came to our DM and they were like, Mo, I'm a salary earner, but I want to own a luxury hair in my lifetime. Can I pay like 5 times? When my reps shows me charts, like I'll be like, they can even, don't worry, yes, they can even. I don't do installments, but there was actually 2 conversations that stood out for me. Like I said, yes, let them, because I know what it feels like
to want
to
so
want
have
something so bad, but you cannot have it because you don't have. Do you understand? So
especially when you look like it. Especially
You
when
know?
okay, so
So-
let's be practical. Like what you have on now. What's this hair called?
okay, so this is a normal. Okay, it's a wavy hair as well.
Wavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a Vietnam hair.
Okay.
It's a Vietnam wavy hair. It's not a raw hair. This is not a raw hair, but it's just, I love wavy hairs. I love straight hairs.
I love wavy.
Yeah, so it's just and it's 26 inches. But if you check my page, you see that I don't really sell Vietnam like that,
Okay.
because it is very hard to maintain.
You always talk about
Yeah, it's very hard to maintain. I've seen scenarios whereby we sold Vietnam hairs to customers and they were like, they wanted to, return it. I mean, once I say that you want to start, my refund button is always very sharp. I refund like, I don't want to know how much you paid.
that.
You paid.
Like me.
So I now see that I think a lot of people don't even understand hair. So it's not that I'm even starting to introduce Vietnam hairs to them and I'm making them understand that if you know that you're not big on maintenance, I
Don't
won't
buy
say
it.
because I want people to buy from me and then I'll be sugarcoating things. I say it. Even if it costs me a sale, I don't mind. But at least I'm selling peace of mind. If you know that you're not big on maintenance, if you know you're someone that will maybe get back from work or an outing and just throw your hair somewhere, it's not for you. While I'm marketing my hair, I will let them know. If you check my page, don't buy it. If you know that you will not coil it, if you know you will not do this, don't buy. These are the hairs. In fact, we have lazy girls wig. I call them lazy, for the lazy girls. People that don't have time, that are very lazy, because I am lazy too anyway, but because I'm in the business, I have people that can, do stuff for me. So I'll be like, these are the ones for you. It's still beautiful. It is still quality, but it is not, this one will stress you because it is coarse in nature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's their hair. If you touch the strands on a Vietnamese, you will see that their hair is very coarse. In fact, if you touch, their hair is very, very coarse. And then the type of treatment,
Like that.
yes.
Okay.
And then the type of treatments they use on their hair, it doesn't make it a bad hair, but that's just the nature of their hair. If you check a Chinese man's hair, it's very soft. And that is why their hairs are very soft. If you buy their bounce, it lasts more than the one of Vietnamese, because it is coarse in nature. It will not hold coarse like that.
I have one or two. I wouldn't even go there.
Yeah, and I always tell them, if you want to buy bouncy wig, don't buy bouncy wig from Vietnam. Buy our Chinese bouncy. But people are very happy that that derogative is even changing. Before, people don't like hearing China. Anything China is fake.
No.
Yeah, before they'll be like, is it China? I don't want. Now everybody's going to that China like that. They are going to the back of their house.
I'm telling you.
So I try to make them understand the hairs that they are buying. So
For your business, let's do a little bit of advertisement. Like, I want to buy this hair that you have now. Like, how much does it cost? This is a 26 inches aside the frontals, with the frontals. Like, how much does it cost? I just want people to have an idea of what you sell.
Is it my own price?
Yes, your own price. Like,
Okay.
you are going to sell. Somebody wants to buy this.
Okay. If I'm going to be, okay, the thing is, I've had this hair for the long, I'm a hair seller.
No, for what you
So-
have now.
Okay.
Not when you bought it.
Yeah, for what I have now, if I was going to sell this hair now,
Now.
yeah, I will sell it towards maybe 4 something. maybe
Okay.
480, 520.
Okay.
Yes, because if I'll be buying it now because of how exchange rates is always fluctuating, yeah, it will be towards that amount. But when I bought it,
That
it was
expensive.
not that expensive.
How long ago was that?
This year is up to, I think, maybe 4.5 years. It's
Jesus.
been a whole year, wow, yes, but it's just a hair that I don't really wear often like
Oh,
that because
yeah.
as a hair seller, you have different type of
I
hairs.
know.
Yeah,
I
so
know. So you as a business person, how have you been able to balance business with family?
well,
And I know hair business can be very
it's very
stressful.
tasky.
Very ill. I've done it before.
Oh, wow.
Not so much of during the days of Yaki Street.
Oh,
So
okay.
not human hair like this. So I wanted to go into it fully, like
Yeah.
this one time. But I remember speaking with like two of my friends that were
Yeah.
hair vendors, and I know when they say, Aunty Biola, share anytime, share share.
It's very
I
tasky,
just thought of it because I
Yeah.
actually had it in mind. I wanted to go back to my business, but I knew that it has evolved. I was
Enter as
into
a, yeah.
cosmetics, into hair, the days of expression, more of expression,
Yeah.
more of
And the thing is,
those wigs like that.
yeah,
I know
you
the
have to
expression is
evolve
still
with,
there.
with
So I
it.
wanted to evolve, and then I thought of the styling alone,
That's where the work
creating
is.
wigs.
That's where the attraction is.
I just I
That's where the real work is.
so
Styling and all of that.
so how do you strike a balance for you as a person?
Okay, I think I'm able to do that because I am married to a supportive person. He understands.
It's not a job that you will do and you say, when I'm home, I'm home. You are not home, you are not home. You are
No,
working at home.
no. My husband is a very understanding person. And before I had people that works with me now, there was a time that it was just me. Only me we do styling. Only me we do advertisement. Only me we deliver orders. Only me we talk to. I was the CEO. I was the this. I was everything in the business. And if not for the type of man that I
That's
might, although initially it was not really, because it was like, ṣé irun tó ń tà la fi ń jẹun ni, kí ló dé tí
wàhálà pọ̀ tó
wàhálà
báyìí.
ẹ wá pọ̀ tó báyìí, ṣé tó o bá tarun ṣé mi ò fún ẹ lówó ò jẹun ni. You understand? But you know, some men don't always know that you also have a life outside
This
marriage. You've
marriage.
had this picture of what you want to
For
be.
yourself.
You know, you want to become. You know, it's just few, but you have to. Some men don't understand, but you have to sit them down and make them know that this is the type of vision I have for my life. Say that you help me or you leave me alone. You know, so I think along the line, my husband started understanding that, I think it was the encouragement even came more when he saw that, and I was making sense. You know, it's different when a man is seeing you that you're always working and nothing is coming out of it. When he saw that, okay, àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń dra wọn lọ́wọ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mú ẹ dẹ̀, you know, the support, you know, increased. So I think I was able to strike that balance because he was an understanding person. I could be in the store sometimes and you would need my attention, and I would tell him that I will make a video. See, o ṣáà rí ilẹ̀ orí gbogbo, and he'll be like, okay, don't worry, I will handle it. So I think I've been able to strike that balance until God now started answering the prayer. I was able to now start, you know, I was able to employ more hands. So now the only thing I do is just create content online. Every other thing, I have people that work with me. You know, that I know that I can go anywhere, I can do anything, I can, you know, business will still go on.
So someone who is new that wants to go into the hair business, what would be the first thing that you tell the person?
Okay. In fact, I have some things to tell them, because I even put down some points, because these are things that I wish somebody had told me while I was, you know, starting my own business. So what I'm going to tell young entrepreneurs is that stop trying to look successful. Yes. A lot of people do this, fake it till you make it. But there's a Yoruba saying that says, èèyàn méjì ò kí ń pàdánù ọ̀rọ̀. Then tó bá ń parọ́ fún, I wish I can, translate this so that
in English.
Yeah. Then tó bá ń parọ́ fún,
kò bá mọ̀ pé
òun parọ́ fún òun.
Ìwọ fúnra rẹ̀.
Ìwọ fúnra lára ẹ̀. Ó mọ̀ pé irọ́ ló ń pa.
Yeah, let me help you.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
I will help you. So what she's trying to say is, you cannot be deceiving people and be deceiving yourself at the same time.
Yes.
So if you're lying to someone and the person doesn't know you're lying, you that you're lying, you know that you are actually lying.
Exactly.
So, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, you couldn't have said it any better,
Dr.
Ma.
B. Dr. B interpretation.
You couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to look like that person that you know you are not, trust your own process. Give value. I will keep, because that was what helped me. And you can't give what you don't have.
Yes.
What has helped me is what I would say. I won't say what has, outside what has helped me. Give value. Don't undersell yourself. Don't shrink yourself. A lot of business owners, when they complain that, they don't make sale. I don't make sale. But when you go to their page, some of them even really post. Some of them can post. Then the next post you will see maybe in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time. If I'm a customer that wants to buy from me and I see that inconsistency, I will not buy from you. Now, there's one big misconception going around now that consistency only cannot make you successful. Me, I don't believe that, but because I don't put mouth in online saga, but maybe I would say this now. Consistency still helps. Consistency with value. It's different from you coming every day of the week, every day of your life, come and say, come and buy this envelope. Come and buy. Why are they buying? What is the value that you're giving to the audience? What is the trust? What is the credibility behind what you're selling? So consistency without value is actually zero. And that's where people are getting it wrong. They believe that consistency is a lie. Most people that are successful today, they have baba alaye, they have husbands that are supporting them and all of that. But I think that's a very big misconception for people that are coming up. So they will think, so you people have help. But no, you don't. If you are consistent with the gift that God has placed into your hands, if you try to understand what you are doing, it could take a while, but you will get there. So I would tell them that, please don't shrink yourself. The gifts that God has placed a gift into everybody. It's just for you to be able to discover it and develop it. So the gift that God has placed in your hands, how are you doing it? So don't shrink yourself, because those opportunities that you are praying for, it may require you to become visible enough for you to receive them. If you're not visible, I can be the best makeup artist in Nigeria. I can know that my work is the best. But if people don't see it, how will they believe it?
Of course.
Yeah, so in everything that you do, make sure that your consistency, I will keep saying it, make sure that you are consistent with value. And when you do that, that visibility will come. You will see that you will stop chasing success. All the opportunities, because that was me. The opportunities I was finding, that I was chasing, started finding me when I placed myself the right way. So I would tell young entrepreneurs, people that are in business and they are finding it difficult, don't just focus on your own journey. Because I became obsessed with learning everything in my industry. And once I understood the depth of my industry, I was able to give. I will keep on saying it. If you don't give value, customers will not trust you.
Yes.
Every business right now in Nigeria is very saturated. So what are you doing to stand out?
Yeah.
So that value was what was giving me audience. And when you have audience will attract opportunities to you. When you have visibility, the fact that I was giving value, the fact that I was now earning people's credibility, I was earning trust, it was drawing people to me like sugar. It made my work more visible. I'm sure that was how you even if I didn't talk about my story online, you would not have seen me.
Yes.
And that is why opportunities find you. You have to become visible enough for you to receive the opportunity that you are praying for. If you are not visible, you can be the best in the world. If you are not visible, nobody will be your papa. Nobody will send you. So, and people will say, "Well, I've never sold. I don't like even hearing that. I've never sold before online." Why? People that are selling 200 or 500, thousands of stuff in a day, they are not better than you in your niche. Go and thank God there is AI, there is social media. Go and find out how they are doing it. Social media is there for you. You can even go on your AI. Me, I do it oh. I do it a lot. How can I become the best in my niche? How can I do this? I'm always researching and I read books a lot. You know, I told you that when I was young, I used to. So I still, that I think that thing still helped me. So I read a lot. I do a lot of research on. I'm obsessed with how can I become better than the Mo of yesterday. I became my own competition. And and there's no how when you put in all this type of work that you will not have visibility now. It's not possible. You will. And like that, you will attract opportunities. When I started doing the educational content I was doing on, what's it called? On TikTok. Because I started from TikTok. I was starting on Instagram, but I was just doing bye. But on TikTok, because I was thinking, Instagram has this very hard customer base that before they will even like your post, they are so bougie, they are so classy, they are very proud on Instagram. But you see, TikTok just takes you the way you are. Once you see that you are genuine, you will.
That TikTok, I still don't understand. I have to.
Oh, ma. So you're not on TikTok?
I am, but
TikTok, I would say TikTok is the easiest place for entrepreneurs to grow. Not even if you're building a personal brand, whatever thing you're trying to grow, go on TikTok. TikTok would even boost I think TikTok was even one of the apps that boosted my confidence. Because I said that people were they were taking in what I was giving out. So it gave me that means I'm doing something
right.
Exactly, man.
Not like Instagram, they will look at you and
making no sense. Before you even say what it was okay. What it was okay. They don't have time. So that confidence that I started building from TikTok. So I was like, no be ghost they TikTok. Now same people, this type of people with the Instagram, So I believe that if I could do it on TikTok, why not? But I changed my content. You can't be a seller because we sell mostly on Instagram. You can't be a seller, a human hair seller, and then you're giving educational content of blend hair, how to grow. Maybe you're a hair seller and you're trying to start. You can't do that. You're mixing, you're contradicting yourself. So it's not advisable for me. So I was able to do that to grow my audience on TikTok. So while I was doing research, I was able to bring in Instagram customers because I try to get better. I try to understand that Instagram that kí làwọn tó kù ń ṣe, kí làwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi ń ṣe, àwọn tó ń ti lórúkọ lórí Instagram yìí. Wọ́n ṣáà they didn't just wake up one day and everybody knew them. I try to take deep research. If I go on pages, it's not to compare or compete. I want to understand how you are doing your own and you are getting visibility. I'll go online, I'll go on AI. Research. As a woman, success gives you a lot of... It gives you freedom. It makes you have better life choices. It makes you decenter nonsense. It makes you decenter a lot of things. So why are you not working hard? Why are you not working? Why are you not doing everything? Not even work hard because I didn't work the hardest. I didn't work harder than everybody else. You understand? So it's not even about, because hard work alone is not, that was what that my video was all about. Hard work alone is not enough. You need to know the things that can put you out there. I believe a lot of us are lazy. Yeah, I won't lie, because sometimes too, there was a time too that I got lazy too. I won't post for like 2-3 days, and I was seeing the results. Anytime I post, visibility will
come. Yes, sometimes it can be tiring.
Yeah, it can be very tiring, but you cannot give up. Now give up.
Especially when you're posting and you're not selling.
See, this part, I would tell people, because I know a lot of people are in these shoes. Keep showing up. There were days that I was advertising, I was not making one sale like this. The days that people were not seeing, no applause, nothing, no views. But I kept on. I kept on. That was why I said I researched on how I could get better. I started competing with myself. You need to be able to sit down and analyze your life. Analyze the trajectory of your life. Is this how I want to, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? In the next 20 years, I don't think I want to be doing, come and buy. No, I don't think I want to do that. I already have type of vision that I want to, where I want to be. So you need to be able to sit down. Don't just be thinking, I'm not selling. What are you doing to scale through that situation that you are right now? Don't just be complaining and I know that it's easy to say. People that watch it, they'll be like, how do sir? But I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
You need to actually get angry within your spirit.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. I've gone through a lot of things in this business. You know, I told you I was selling hair blend business. What made me go back to selling human hairs? I saw a lady that I met her inside Balogun. There was one of my videos that I made. Entrepreneurs of those days, business owners of those days, hair sellers. Our mind is very pure.
Yeah. You meet yourself, you tell yourself.
You ask yourself, Morawari ọjà láti pàdé. But you ask yourself that, sis, I know you on Instagram. Please, this hair that you posted, I see that people buy it a lot. Please, what hair did you use? And then they will show you, let me take you there. Because I'm on seeing you.
Is that
you
bad?
can't enter somebody's name and say, sis, which hair? They will not even reply. You can, but then, that was what I said, then. So there was this lady that I met in the market. And then, because I already understood my industry, I took her. Where she was buying, I said, you won't be by you. Their hairs are very expensive. I know where you can actually get hairs cheaper. Because that's where I buy from. I took her, that place, up till now, in fact, I still, once in a while, when my hairs, when they don't land on time, I still, that plug, I still have it. They sell, the person is a Igbo man. So he buys in, you see Rayon to Rajato. He's not, he doesn't want to be known, no. He knows people, he knows his, his community, he has his community. So I took her there. So when I now started hair business and hair blend business, and I was losing customers, people were not buying from me anymore, and depression wanted to set in. I would just be doom scrolling, I just got tired. The day I saw her on Instagram, Auntie B, selling out massively, I saw cartons of veg, they were dealing. That day, I jumped up from that couch. Something shifted in me. I said, èèyàn tó mú lọ, sọ́jà tó fọ̀nà hàn. It's not that I was envious, but I'm like,
if she can do
it, what is wrong with you? That day, I got angry. I don't think I've ever been angry like that before in my life. I got angry within my spirit that, nǹkan tó bá gbà ló máa fún. I think those are one of the shifts that I started having in my business. So sometimes when you feel like, I'm not selling, I'm not doing this, have you go into your core, get angry, think of yourself in the next 15 years. Even 15 years, what's the question? In the next 5 years, the place you are now, is that where you want to remain?
God forbid that.
Exactly. What are you doing to scale through this situation? Because you have complained. Oh yeah, what next? What next? Nobody's coming to save you. Not even Nigeria of today. Everybody has their
own.
And your delay. Everybody has their cross to carry. So now you go sit down. Say, what am I going to do to change my life? And it's very easy. At least I can say it now because, it's easier now. Before, nígbà business, it was not easy for us. But now, there is social media. You can research, go on your competitor's page, go and check, type it. How can I do this? What is the outcome if I do this? AI is there. ChatGPT is there. Answers are online. Answers are everywhere. You can use it to help. There are so many things you can use to help yourself. Don't just sit down there. People that complain that they don't sell, like I said, go to their page. Go and see how their page is. If you are a customer, you won't want to buy. I can't be a customer now and I'm going through your page and I'm seeing that your face is not even on your page. You're just posting products. You must swipe. You're serious, but you're scamming. Meanwhile, that person is not a scam. So there are some things you need to realize in your business, in your industry, understand your industry, understand what the others are doing to scale through.
Especially new entrepreneurs.
Even some old entrepreneurs. There's some people that I met in this business. that they are really struggling. And gone are the days when I used to try and help people. But I've seen that you can only run your own race. I've seen that it started breeding content that it's easy for you because you understand. So you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. I still know a lot of people that we started this business together, but they are still struggling because they don't want to evolve. Even as an old entrepreneur that you find yourself still struggling, put in put in the work. What's that work? Research deeper. Learn about your industry. A lot of people like hair business now, old entrepreneurs, the only thing they want to know is how they can sell their 14 inches bone street, how they can, how they can make sales. No depth, nothing, because you don't want to understand the type of industry you are. You don't want to understand how to stand out in a saturated niche. Now, right now, there's no business I even want to go to now that is not saturated. Because so only everybody is just trying to survive. So you will look for a way to stand out. When I try to stand out, when I try to make my business stand out, Jesus did not come down from heaven. Maybe prayers could have helped because I was always praying for direction. God direct me. But there's a saying that Motoba Shikpa, heaven will help only those who help themselves. If you don't help yourself, there's no how God want to help you. So you too, put in the work.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Mo.
ma'am.
Before I let you go, what has life taught you as a person, uh, as a woman, as a business owner?
Life has taught me that in everything I do, don't ever undersell yourself. Yeah. Whatever thing you put out there, own up to it with your big chest. If I already talked about the lesson life have taught me in all the things
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I've said, so many life lessons in what I have said. So the lessons are just that I understood myself a lot. I didn't believe in myself. Lack of confidence, lack
Confidence.
of can you do it?
And they believe
Can they
in.
be. So and when I even put out a price, I will even be explaining the reason why the price is like that. Why? I was not owning up to if I want to sell something and maybe the thing is 1.5 million, you can tell them the reason why it's 1.5, maybe how they can, but not to be explaining
I bought
why you're
it. I bought it that. Okay.
that's not having that's all actually underselling yourself.
So,
Yes. So those are one of the in business, those are one of the I think biggest lessons. And so much more from what I've said.
yeah. For someone who is trying to go into a business for now, and then I'm looking into selling human hair
Yeah.
for an average person out there, like, how should I start? And, like, what am I looking at?
Okay.
I mean, finances. Financially, what am I looking at?
Okay. For someone that wants to go into human hair, like now it depends. Are you trying to go big?
Depending on what I have new. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
for an average person that just wants to start this business, what's your advice? Where should I? Because I know that there are lots of people out there that some people even have money.
A
No
lot. I
business
have
idea.
people. My DM is always my.
So,
It.
what should we do first? How should we go about it? And to another set of people who really wants to do, but they don't know how
The
much.
dynamics.
Hey, is it too expensive? Because if one hair is 780,000, if one hair will cost 800,000, if one hair will cost 1 million, I have to have like 30 million. I have to. So please tell us the
So
dynamics.
for average person looking into the business, I would always advise people to start small.
Okay.
And when I mean start small, I don't mean you selling synthetic hairs, but just we have some quality hairs. Even though a lot of Nigerians are classist, your hair is so affordable, they say it's fake. But at the same time, start small. You know why? Even if you have that capital, do people trust you enough
to buy whatever you're selling.
But at the end of this market is already it's one of the most saturated business in Nigeria. Now, arúgbó ilé ń ta irun, ọmọdé ìlú, everybody is into, because they know that hair business is there's money, there's already money. But are you ready to put in the work? Now, if you want to go into hair business, when you start small, start by making yourself visible first. Try to earn the trust of people so that it will be easy for you to sell. If I knew this when I wanted to start my hair business, I would have grown much more bigger by now. Okay, let's say for instance now, I want to start hair business now, and my budget is like 3 million naira. Okay, I've bought the hairs, but I won't start by selling those hairs. I will start by being known first. I will start giving out content. And when I'm talking based on what I know and based on what has helped me and that has helped people that I have mentored, Start by being visible. Dish out knowledgeable content. So that by the time you tell them that this hair is 100,000 naira, they will not ask you why it's 100,000 naira. They will buy it. They will gladly give you their money because you have earned their trust. You see, credibility is the most important thing in hair business. Hair business is not very hard, right? Because they've spoiled hair business with what I ordered and what I got. So there are so many misconceptions surrounding the hair business. So before you now come and say you want to enter the hair business, except maybe you already have your audience. But for someone that doesn't have audience, nobody knows you, you don't exist online, or you're just trying to, that is the best way to grow. Get the attention first. Get all the eyes
on you.
It doesn't even have to be valuable content alone. But don't just do unsustainable content. There's a difference between going viral and being consistent. You can go viral once and that's the end.
Yeah.
But consistent showing up when people see you consistently, giving out value. And the value, maybe what you're selling, you can tell them, oh, these are the 5 types of wigs that are easy to maintain. These are the type of wigs that you should not buy. This is how I maintain my hair. This is how you can maintain your straight hair. Just people love educational content. But not just that, 5 tips to know. Tell a story inside it. Just make sure that you are giving value out there.
Pass a message.
Algorithm. You see Instagram algorithm right now rewards when Instagram sees that people are watching your content to the end, when people are saving your content, when people are reposting it's signaling to the algorithm that your content is valuable. And that is how you can be showing up on people's faces. That is what has helped me, and is even still helping me. I research daily, so do the work first before you enter this industry. Research, make deep research. Don't just come online, have your aesthetic background and start posting. That was hair business of 2018, 2019. Not the hair business of today. But your aesthetic from head to toe, go find the customers are not ready to give you their money because they don't know you. Right now, people don't even like buying from hair vendors or vendors in general that are not really known, because they'll be like, if you go and give me what I did not order, who will if I call your name, who knows you? Nobody. So try and just be visible before you start selling whatever you want to sell. And it will make you grow like wildfire. That's why I said, if I knew this when I was starting my business, more bit mama right now, I would have been, I've been ahead.
What's the sweetest thing you've enjoyed in this business?
I won't lie you. I've enjoyed a lot of benefits. And I will start, I told you about when I made my first 100,000. The number one sweetest thing that has happened to me in my business years ago was when I earned 1 million naira. When I was saying 1 million like this, a struggling babe having 1 million in account, like,
but it's a millionaire.
Wow. So you táwọn èèyàn ní kò lè jẹ́ nǹkan kan. So you can actually have 1 million naira. Not 1 million naira pé mo fẹ́ fi ra ọjà bí mo máa fi ra my own tí mo pa my own gain. This business given me so many opportunities. It has introduced me to so many opportunities. A lot. It has given me this financial
Freedom.
freedom. You know, there's a difference between your husband having money and you having your own money. You know, right? So I'm able to make better life choices because of hair business. If someone had told me that I would travel in my life, imagine that time that London thing didn't work and I felt like it was the end of the world. Who would have known that I could become the person that will travel from one country to the, because it's a big deal to me. Looking at where I was coming from, it was really tough. People projecting negativity over your life. You know, it was tough. So, and at the end of the day, God has the final say. So, a lot of air business has given me so many sweet opportunities. That's given me wings to fly. I can fly not in terms of going to other countries, but you know, I can do whatever the heck I want in my life right now. I can wake up tomorrow and say, "Oh no, cooking, no." You always have to work, you know, to make more.
Of course.
But this business has given me so much. I really don't want to.
I understand.
Yeah, but
Don't worry, we get it.
it has given me opportunities. You know, part of opportunities is me being able to work directly with factories. Your mélòó ló ní opportunities here. It's not common. It is not. And that opportunities came from them wanting to collaborate with me.
With you.
Factory will never, who are you? Because they're trying to sell their market, but because they saw something, they saw the value that I could give back to them. So it's a give and take kind of thing. So it's a very sweet opportunity. The type of hairs, that's why if you go to my page, my hairs are very affordable. And I don't bother myself with being selling expensive hairs. I have a mission, which I said before. I want to bridge the gap. It is not only, you know, the rich that will be able to afford quality hair. The type of hairs that I sell, normally they're not supposed to be for that prices. But because I'm opportuned to have access to these places, I'm able to bring air in, and you know, and because I sell to a very large audience, I don't even need to put so much profit, you know, to make a lot of things. People buy a lot. So if I put 10K, I'm still I'm selling. You understand? So it has given me so many sweet opportunities that I don't take for granted.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming more. I tell you that I'm sure that an entrepreneur out there is encouraged. I'm sure someone is watching and be like, I want, yes, I know this is what I want to do next. So please, again, tell us how to contact you to buy hair from you, because trust me, I want you to call me and tell me, Auntie Biola, Motao, I'm selling, no.
Yes,
and
ma.
you, I'm sure you're
Yes,
going to
ma.
come in to say
Yes,
that,
ma.
because
Yes,
I actually feel that you're worth it. You're doing well, not because I know you personally. I tell you, I have a lot of vendors, and I'm sure by the time they are seeing
They'll be
this,
like,
someone
why
like
not
Shada
me?
should be calling Auntie Biola, Nick, and she's doing well. She's my girl. I have a lot of them. Shada, Maz, JK, Edomira, people like that are doing well in the business. But I'm glad you're one of them now that I know you're doing well.
So honored, ma.
I am
so honored to
honored.
be in your corner.
I'm so honored to have you as well. Thank you so much for teaching someone
too.
out there not just to eat fish, but how to catch a fish. Thank you so much more. It's our usual practice. I know you're a big girl, you don't need this, but I usually do it to say
I
thank
will
you.
gladly collect it with love.
With love.
With all the
Thank
humility.
you.
Thank you so much, ma.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate this.
And,
Thank you so much.
This is also from us to you.
Oh, thank you so much, ma. Yeah, wow. Thank you, ma. This is just the beginning of your greatness. In fact, the sky is not big enough.
Amen.
You will continue to grow from strength to strength.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus. Every good that you have put out there will come back to you in multiple folds. Because Auntie Biola, I watch you a lot. I watch Talk to Be, and I'm always like, who is this woman? how do you do this? Because people today, I can say selfless people are maybe like 5%.
Yeah.
In that 5%, Auntie Biola, you are one of them. And I'm not saying this
Oh,
because I am seeing your
thank you.
face. This is something I have always, felt. And if someone had told me that I will be opportune to be on the same seat with you, probably I would have doubted it. But I'm very happy that I'm seeing you in face and I'm giving you your flowers in person. Auntie Biola, God will reward you. God will
Amen.
reward your kindness.
Amen.
Heaven will pray for you. Ọ̀run ló máa gbàdúrà fún yín because
Amen.
I can't even put them into words
I understand.
with the magnitude of what you do for people.
Thank you.
But God, your children, your generation, they will reap it.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus. Thank you so
Amen.
much from the bottom of my heart, ma.
Amen. Thank
Shegoni, ma.
you. You're welcome.
Yes, ma.
And this is a food pack.
Thank you so
Just
much.
food in here from Tam Cuisines.
Oh, thank you
to
so
say
much.
thank
ma.
you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, guys. I wish I could go on. I really wish this is not of you. I'm sure you've learned something new today. I'm sure you enjoyed every part of it. This is why I'll be saying goodbye. But before I leave, have you seen my movie, Boss Lady? Please, if you haven't seen Boss Lady, please go on Abiola Adebayo Studio to watch it. You can also watch Wife Material on Libra TV. Please support us, okay? Till I come your way, same time next week on the same channel. Do not forget, in whatever thing you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. I am Abiola Adebayo. You can call me Dr. B. In whatever situation you're going through, I just want you to know that God loves you more than the devil hates you. I love you. Bye for now.
Talk to be, share your experience.